battles with Colin Jones way back in the beginning of the 80s. And his punch resistance is a little bit suspect at this stage in his career. But God, he's been a fantastic example to boxing and everything else. He's a great fighter. Looking forward to seeing how he reacts tonight.
Well, before Laing gets into the ring, we await the arrival of Chris Peters, born in South Africa, but now lives in Swindon, down the M4 from here, so that's why he qualifies for the English flag that you saw. Very, very underrated fighter. When we see his record in a moment, you'll think, well, looking at the record is not that great, but Chris Peters is one of these fighters who is always there or thereabouts. He's been in with some good fighters. As I say, we saw him fight Darren Dyer on Pro Box. He got stopped in 9 rounds, but boy, for my money, he was ahead on points from the stoppage game, and it was a bit of an iffy stoppage too. But here he comes. Good match this, made by our matchmaker tonight, Frank Turner. Frank Turner of London. Could be an absorbing and intriguing fight. Round they go past our commentary point. Chris Peters into the ring. Well, there's the record I was telling you about, and he doesn't deserve that record. He's a far, far better fighter than that record suggests. Most of his early career in his native South Africa, in Johannesburg, now lives over here. And from him, we await the arrival of Kirkland Laing, born in Jamaica 40 years ago, would you believe? Would you believe he was a schools champion in 1970? He was boxing before Mark Delaney was born, almost. And I tell you, it doesn't look bad for 40. And in case it might have slipped your mind, one of the very, very few to beat Roberto Duran in his prime. Got a split points decision over 10 rounds in Detroit. The gifted one. Great fighter, great record. Making his Pro Box debut, and it is a pleasure and almost a privilege to have him on the belt. So both boys are in the ring. We'll wait till we lose the reggae. And both boys in the ring. Let's join our MC tonight, as always on Pro Box, Alan Hughes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the York Hall, Bethnal Green, in the heart of London's East End, live on Eurosport for an evening of championship boxing, promoted by Barry Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, sponsored by Mongrel Combat 2. All your officials are appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control. Your area representative is John Handelar, and your steward in charge, Ken Linus. At ringside this evening, David Brenner and Barry McGuigan, and your matchmaker for the evening, Frank Turner of London. Ladies and gentlemen, you join us for a welterweight contest at 10 stone 12 pounds over 8 3-minute rounds. Introducing in the red corner with the black shorts, with a professional record of 13 wins and 5 draws from 32 contests, 2 by way of KO. Will you welcome, please, from South Africa, Chris Peters. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent in the blue corner with the green and the gold shorts, 42 wins and 1 draw from 54 contests, 30-23 inside the distance, from Hackney in London, one of the most enigmatic characters ever to enter a British ring, the former British welterweight champion, Kirkland Laing. Ladies and gentlemen, at the weigh today, both boxer scale 10 stone 12, your referee for the contest, Mark Green, and your timekeeper, Danny Peacock. Ladies and gentlemen, 8 3-minute rounds.
Referee Mark Green, Kirkland Laing, former British champion, former European champion, winner over Roberto Duran, having his first fight for just over a year since stopping Dave Marge. His opponent, Chris Peters, originally from South Africa, now from Swindon. Kirkland Laing, impossible to describe his style, Barry. He just fights the way he always has fought.
Yeah, jerky style and very fast hands. This guy Peters went the distance with the current British light welterweight or light middleweight champion, and you know, he's a decent fighter, Robert McCracken. And Peters is a very tough guy, very durable indeed. So, you know, Kirkland Laing will have to have a bit of form to be able to beat him, and we know that he's been out a long time. And I did say, Dave, that his punch resistance is not what it used to be, but you wouldn't expect it to be at 40. But he has an awful lot of talent. He's got an unusual style.
He's got, you cannot describe Kirkland Laing's style. In fact, I'm not even sure he knows what he's going to do next half the time. It just flows. All you can say.
He's a bit of a wayward character, I can tell.
Yes. A free spirit is, I think, how we describe Kirk. When he beat Duran in '82, didn't fight for a year. Nicky Duff was trying to get him world title shots. He won't walk about. But certainly, I mean, I've seen him fight many times. A couple of epics with Colin Jones for the British title. Jones beat him in 9 rounds both times, but boy, they were tough fights.
He has very quick hands, and he places his punches very well. He goes looking for you, and he's actually much better when he's attacking. When he's defending, he's a little bit upside down, as they say. He's all over the place, but with very fast hands.
For 40 years of age, he is incredible. Incredible.
He's a fine specimen of a man. But Peters is, you know, tough as teak. You know, he's out of the top drawer when it comes to toughness, and he always presents a difficult workout for any decent up-and-coming fighter. We watched him here about a year ago fighting Darren Dyer, and it was a nightmare of a fight for Dyer. It actually wasn't here, of course. It was
Dagenham.
It was in Dagenham. I knew it was London. Close enough.
In the closing stages of round 1, and Laing has landed some decent shots. Peters sticking manfully to the guns at the moment. Good round. Well, let's go over to Kirkland Laing's corner. Last fight against Dave Marsh, 15th of September 93. That was in Ashford. Won that in 2 rounds. Actually retired after getting knocked out, in fact, by Donovan Boucher for the Commonwealth title in April 91. Came back in 93. He's had 5 fights since then. Lost 1 of them on cuts to Kevin Lushing in July last year. But as I say, hasn't fought since September of last year. And the phrase living legend is a bit overused, but I think we can use it about Kirkland Laing. He's certainly one of the outstanding British fighters of the past 10-15 years. And this guy ain't bad either. I tell you, Laing will know he's been in a fight.
Round 2.
Second round then. Kirkland Laing, former British European champion, in the red, yellow and green. Chris Peters from Swindon and South Africa in the black.
Laing, of course, got the hands waist high as usual. He not as observant as he used to be, and as far as being able to pick out these punches that come at him. So he's more hittable than ever before. And Peters walked out and threw a good solid right hand there. He's got to be careful, Laing. This guy will come back at him, that's for sure.
Well, it's probably a little too late to change his style now, wouldn't you say, at 40?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. nobody could ever tell Kirkland what to do anyway. He's had a mind of his own. And most of the time, Peters is keeping those hands up and he's just hitting them on the gloves. Kirkland just whacking them around the side, and they sound great, especially when he puts a grunt into each punch. But none of them are actually hurting Peter. He hasn't hit Peters with a good shot so far. Not a clean, accurate punch. And this is better work from Peters. He needs to just bring the fight to Laing. Keep his head moving, hands up tight, and just try and land with that right hand. His laces come loose. Kirkland's right leg is...
well observed, Mark Green.
Laces come loose, he's tying them around. Those are the big bows at the front. They look great, but you can easily...
Double knot. That'll stay on forever.
Through the nice little tidy left uppercut there, Kirkland. You see Peters' hand really tied up by his head. He's a tough cookie too. He can take a shot.
Oh, certainly can. Dyer was hitting him with every shot in the book, and he was bouncing off. And I'm sure I've noticed about Laing, incredibly long arms. He gets tremendous leverage on some of his punches. Throws them from bewildering angles. And still pretty decent snap and bounce in the legs, and punching pretty stiffly too, even though they are landing on the arms and the gloves.
Yeah, that was his key. Always had great speed, great anticipation, and very quick reactions. Got around all the same from Peters, forcing him to fight and move. Those 40-year-old legs, Dave, will feel if this guy Peters keeps pressing him like that in the late rounds.
Well, it's an 8-rounder, which I think is certainly to Lang's advantage. I don't think he'd have been very happy after a year out of the ring coming back with a 10-rounder, so 8 rounds is just about right. And not often, but at the age of 31, Chris Peters is the youngest man in the ring. Bit of a sobering thought, really, that between the two of them, they're 71 years of age boxing in the ring. And that's not counting Billy Aird, former British heavyweight title contender. Smart character is Billy.
Second up, round 3.
Third round, welterweight contest, chief support. Chief support, as I say, to the main event. Delaney against Chaponda. That's next.
Oh, beautiful right uppercut from Laing, and then right on the point of the chin. Watch what he does here when he stands up and tries to take the fight to you, Dave. He gives you a little shoulder movement to feint at you. Next time he whacks out them punches, just gives you a little shuffle, shakes those shoulders, shrugs his shoulders, and then he comes through with either a solid jab or a right uppercut. He's very stiff and very upright, and easier to hit now than ever before, but his quick reactions still get him out of the harm's way on most of the occasions. He was racing with the jab and not getting there. Should feint the jab and try the right hand. Oh, right hand from Peters was a good shot.
Decent shot.
This is not an easy opponent to come back to. I mean, after years absence from the ring.
Again.
Ooh, right hand from Laing, and a good right hand from Peters too. He's getting exciting.
Good fight.
Yeah, it's livening up. That's a good right uppercut again from Laing, pulling the right uppercut.
Laing is throwing some great shots.
Yeah, this guy's got a great chin, but Dave, it'll be interesting to see if he's still throwing them after 4 or 5 rounds.
Have to watch their heads. Mark Green tells them to. I think Peters is enjoying this, smile on his face.
Oh, that's not a smile, Dave. He's just biting on his gum shield. Another good round for Laing.
Well, he's getting through with more shots than he was, you know, Barry. As I was saying, Barry, getting through with more shots now as the fight progresses, Laing.
Yeah, Lang's getting, he's setting down on his punches. His accuracies are quite good. He pulled in a couple of decent good uppercuts in this round. What's the way he's got tremendous accuracy and quick hands. He just whips this uppercut in, whack, and landed right on Chris's chin. You can see where Chris Peters, see, just gripped his, gritted his teeth and straightened on his neck, but to take that uppercut.
Round 4.
Fourth round. Laing in green, Peters in black. Laing in front on my card. Have you got it, Barry, at the moment?
Yeah, Laing comfortably out ahead. He's won all 3 rounds just by a shade, in my opinion.
But remember, he's been out of the ring for over a year. And at the age of 40, incredible though it may seem, incredible but true. Maybe if there is a stamina problem, Peters will find him out later in this contest, if, of course, it goes that far.
Peters has got to try to throw more right hands. The one punch that Laing is open for, he leans back. He doesn't try and move his head. He just leans back to try and avoid that punch. And all you got to do is step up on top of him with the left and bang the right hand in.
Well, the only fighter I saw really and truly beat Laing in his prime was Colin Jones, who beat him twice by simply just grinding him down and throwing shots like you suggest.
Yeah, Jones was a tremendous puncher. And the first one was started off by a left hook, and he was a tremendous puncher anyway, Jones. So the 2 epics with him and Milt McCrory for the world title were fantastic.
Oh.
It's better from Peters. He's got to just keep throwing the right hand, follow the left jab with the right hand. But every time he opens his guard up, Laing comes popping through with an uppercut or a solid right hand.
Good jab from Peters. Jerked Lang's head back. You saw the spray of water come off it.
Should be following that with the right hand there. Straight left, straight right. Laing is a hard guy to hit, you know. Very awkward, difficult style to get by him. He holds that left hand out. keeps you at bay with the open palm of the glove. That's a better right hand from Peters and a better left hook too. A long left jab hook. Well, this guy's a trier, Dave.
Absolutely, and he's got to fight like this. He's got to come forward. If he keeps at a distance,
Yeah, he's got to stay on him.
Laing will just pick him to pieces. Well, here is Chris Peters. Lost his last fight against John Bosco back at the tail end of April, but putting up a much better performance tonight.
Yeah, some good work from him. He stopped the right hand there and came right back himself. And he snapped that left hand in after he put his left leg forward and followed up with a long left, which snapped Kirkland Lang's head back again. He's getting caught more often now than ever before, Laing, because he is 40 years old. And what you've got to do with him is you just got to wait until he bends back and then step in there again. Whack those straight punches, straight, long, hard punches.
Picking up. Round 5.
Yes, round 5. Good contest. Kirkland Laing, former British, European welterweight champion. Decisioned the great Roberto Duran. By far and away the biggest name that Chris Peters has fought. The bulk of his career, Peters in Southern Africa, had 32 fights, 20 of them, the first 20 in South Africa.
He keeps stepping on Lang's toe, but he's not able to hit him with punches either. He steps on his toes, he steps up on top of him, but can't seem to land those shots. Deceptively hard guy to hit, Laing. But he is open for that right hand. It's just Peters doesn't seem to be throwing it at the right time.
Peters has only stopped 2 people in his life, one on cuts, and only one was a clean KO, and that was a long, long time ago. And irrespective of whether Lang's punch resistance is or isn't what it used to be, I don't really think Peters can stop him. Having said that, he's giving it a go.
It's about time for you to put your foot in your mouth, Dave.
Thanks, partner.
Yeah, Kirkland is an acquired taste as far as boxing fans are concerned.
Have you acquired it?
Yeah, he's entertaining at times. Yeah, he's to say that times when he's interesting. And referee Mark Green giving him a telling off there, using the old pro tactics, shoving the shoulder in and the elbow and everything. Fans of Peters behind me here telling him, you use the elbow too, Chris. Forearm smash. Oh, it's a better right hand from him again, Dave.
Good round, this for Peters. Best round of the fight for him so far.
Yeah, Lang's getting a bit tired, a bit flat-footed too. The shoulder shrugs are gone, and he's getting nailed more often.
Yep, he is.
This is when Peters can turn on the gas and step up a gear, start really scoring. Yeah.
Much better round for Peters.
Legs are looking a bit shaky. Kirkland's legs are looking a little bit shaky.
Bell comes at just about the right moment. Definitely Peters round that. Well, as Barry says, an acquired taste, but whether you've acquired it or not, the man is an original and deserves credit for that. But he certainly lost that round, and here's how. Yeah,
Peters looked good in this round. Again, the right hand, he hit Kirkland right between the eyes out with a good solid right hand. His legs shook, and again he hit him. And near the end of the round, snapped his head back there with the left hand. And, you know, Kirkland looked a little bit shaky down on the flats. Let's see the end of the round here again. Look, missed him with the right, but hit him with the left. And Kirkland's legs, the bounce has gone out of them, right back down on the flats of his feet there.
Round 6. Scheduled 8, remember. Now, is Peters going to start making inroads into that points lead that Laing built up in the early part of this contest? Laing in the green, and Peters in the black, as you can see.
That hair falling down into Lang's face. And he doesn't need anything to block that right hand from Peters.
Difficult to be fashion victim and boxer.
You know, we've seen that in the past. Laing has definitely slowed down here, Dave. He's having to fight more. The spring's gone out of his feet, and he's having to trade with Peters, which is bound to suit him more. Oh, that's a good right hand now. That landed square on the chin. Peters, this is going to suit Peters much better now. He's got to keep whacking in those punches. Right hand, left hooks. Just keep throwing plenty of them.
Peters doing the simple things and doing them pretty well.
Kirkland's trying to blow this guy out, and it's not the right thing. He's trying to land the big shots all the time. Peters is a tough guy. He's a tough cookie. He takes a great shot. He's got a tight defense. Kirkland's standing right in the firing line now. Can Peters nail him? Trying that right hand, Peters leading with it, but should try and be a little bit more cunning with it. Oh, using the elbow there. Oh,
got away with it.
He did. It was on the blind side of the referee. An old trick. Miss him with the jab, hit him a little slap with the elbow. If you're prone to cut, well, it's the first thing to open them up for you. The old eyebrows. See, trying the elbow again there, Kirkland. Peters' pace is dropping himself.
Better round for Laing.
Oh, right hand, right on the chin now. That's hurt him. That's badly hurt him in that one. Now he's getting tired, and Kirkland only too pleased to hold on. That landed good solid shot.
Well, aside from the right hand, still a better round for Laing than the previous one, which was definitely Peters.
Well, most of the round was dominated by Laing. We thought the punch landed, but there you go. It actually missed Lang's chin. Peters tossed a big right hand from where we sat. It looked like it landed, but Laing just twisted the head, and the punch slipped out.
Penultimate round.
Laing getting on his bike again now. He's staying on the outside, circling the perimeter of the ring.
And once again, a little touch of the elbow.
And the shoulder there. Peter back in the body now. In the 7th round, trying to hit him in the pit of the stomach. It's very hard to hit Laing on the stomach because his hands are down around his solar plexus, protecting his gut, and it's very hard to land with a clean punch.
I guess that is the way to really slow down a 40-year-old with body shots.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But he leaves the head open, and it's an inviting target, and he pulls it back quite well, as you've seen.
Oh, good attack from
right
Laing.
hand.
And it had Peters hurt a little bit then. Peters comes back with a good right hand of his own. Good action this round, 7. Peters cut. Left eye. Mark Green says no. Oh, what a shame it has to finish. What a shame it has to finish like that. And Mark Green says, I'm sorry, Chris. Well, Laing wins it on a 7th round stoppage. And, well, looks a deep cut. Now, let's see how that cut was caused.
Laing approaches solid, a couple of solid left jabs, and bang, that seemed to be the one that done it there. Chopping right hand, and 2 more just for good measure. See it again here from a different angle. Now we might get a look at the face. 2 solid little jabs, and bang. Oof.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 2 minutes, 2 seconds of round 7, the referee has stopped the contest.
Kirkland drops in for a chat with Barry.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kirkland Laing is the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation, please, for the really good loser, Chris Peters.
Good fight. And that kind of misfortune really sums up the career of Chris Peters.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a tremendous performance this has been for the man who's not boxed for over a year. Ladies and gentlemen, Kirkland Laing. And as he leaves the ring, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Chris Peters, if you will. Thank you.
So Kirkland Laing gets out the ring. We'll see if we can grab a word with him in a moment.
Here's the winner, Kirkland Laing, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, well, here comes Kirkland. See if I can grab a word with him. Barry, I'll leave it with you while I go and grab a word.
Away you go. 40 years old, he's an amazing character. He's able to come back like that from a year out of the ring, and his reflexes are so good. He's able to fight someone as tough as Chris Peters, who's been around a long time, and able to make it look easy like that. He's an amazing guy. And I think Dave's going to go over here and try and get a chat with him. He's an interesting character, to say the least. So let's hear what he's got to say. And I'll pass it over to Dave.
Yeah.
There's life in the old fellow, yeah. Well done.
Right.
Well done. Well, Kirk, 40 years old, you haven't fought for a year, but you can still turn it on.
Yeah, man. Well, I don't know how I do it, really. But I'm going for it this time. And I'm surprised if I do get it in the next 18 months. I mean, I've decided to say, well, hey, I've got a new baby now. His name is Kaya, 6 months old. And when I look at him, I love him, man. And I just want to make something nice for him, you know? For him, not for myself, for him, you know?
So you reckon you can still win a title again?
No, this is my first fight over a year. And it was, admittedly, my time and my distance is a bit old, my crisp. But that will come, you know, in time. I know, I'm just gifted. Simple as that, just gifted.
But you reckon you're still the fighter who beat Duran and was British and European champion all those years ago?
I know. I don't kid myself. I'm too intelligent for that. I've been boxing too long for that. It's just, I won't say much, you know. I realize just do it and don't say much. But I know I'll be better than when I beat Duran. And I was a baby. My body wasn't even developed when I lost to Duran. I'm mature now. Life begins at 40, man. Listen, what's happening?
So what sort of program have you set yourself for the next 12 months, say?
I have to speak to Brian Lynch for that. Hold on, where is it? All right, we'll interview next time, right, Brian Lynch?
Yeah.
He's sorting things off. At the moment, I'm just training, doing it right, hopefully.
So do you know when your next fight is going to be?
October.
Against who?
Possible. I don't know. Frank Barrett was talking about Laing, but we don't know. He said February.
Well,
I mean, September, October.
Kirk, it's been great seeing you again. We've all enjoyed it, and we wish you luck in the future.
Do remember, I was my first fight for a year, right? And you know, that thing is a fight with me. Don't be surprised if I go all the way, because I realize just go for gold.
Go for gold, Kirk. Thank you very much. We'll take a break. Back with the main event in just a moment.
Well, there you are. We have it from Kirkland. He's not too sure who his next opponent is, but we're looking forward to seeing him again. I thought he's come back extremely well against a difficult opponent, and on he goes. So coming up after the break, we've got the main event, Gary Delaney, and very much looking forward to that.